Mr. Viknesh has been with us for last 7 years, of course.
So one solution is really not enough for it.
Is AI a magic pill? I was told that some girl went for trekking and that's why you learned that. Is this correct? Hello everyone, welcome to this session of Secure Talks. This is a special session. We are trying to focus this time on our internal pillars of SNS, who protects customers' environment. And in this session, we are calling Mr. Viknesh.
Hello, sir.
Hi Viknesh, how are you?
I'm doing great, sir. Thank you for asking.
Mr. Viknesh has been with us for last 7 years, 7+ years. So the first question to you, Viknesh, in this thriving cybersecurity market where the demand of cybersecurity engineers are huge, what keeps you motivated in SNS for 7+ years?
That's a great question, sir. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me. So what keeps me motivated when it comes to my work at SNS? Every day I get a new challenge. Of course, we should not be running on the same cycle. So I get the new opportunity, I get the new challenges, and I'm allowed to work on the multiple opportunities, which keeps me motivated. And it's been 7 years now and long way to go.
Super. But a lot of young engineers who join, after 2-3 years itself, they start looking outside. So any message for them?
Well, stay motivated, stick to a job, learn well, do something for the company.
Great. Thank you so much. And if I may ask, what is one thing you like about your work and why?
So, talking about SNS, when I started my work, I joined as a executioner and now I'm a planner. So,
Super.
I like it that when I plan something for a company, for a customer, when there is a requirement, I'm getting an opportunity from the organization to plan it out,
Right.
to suggest my opinion. So, that is what is something which is very special and keeps me always, thrive to the market.
Super. Thank you so much. Now moving to some technical questions. See, the cyber security market is changing. It's like drastic change, I will say. The type of threats which are coming now is phenomenal.
Yes.
In your career of 7+ years, while you are consulting so many organizations, can you give some tips about how to take care? It's basically from customer point of view, how to take care, how to, I will say, enhance the security posture of a customer. Some few tips or few technologies which you like to recommend?
Sure, I'll be happy to talk about a few things. So if we go back in time, like maybe a decade or 2 decades before, ever since we started talking about cybersecurity, it was a one single solution for all that needed.
Right.
But now when we talk about the cybersecurity, in this time of era, the attacks are very sophisticated.
Of course.
So one solution is really not enough for it. Now we have introduced many solutions for a respective need. And if I segregate the security in this market, maybe I can layer it down into 7 different categories. We're talking about human security, perimeter security, we talk about network, cloud securities, data security. We also talk about endpoint security and critical application securities.
Sure.
So I can layer it down into 7 different categories. And the reason why I do it, because I want to specifically secure a particular part of the organization to make sure that that is being protected from the different type of attacks.
Right.
So
Right.
I would say that customers should always look out for a solution that can give security, a visibility and a manageability. And moreover, the intelligence should always be on up to date. So we can talk about solutions like EDR, we can talk about solutions like SIM. Customers should not only stop with an antivirus, because antivirus was a solution which was there in the decade. But now it has been evolved into next gen antiviruses. Now we talk about EDR. Now we also talk about MDR and many things now. So customers should always be up to date on each and every layer. So they need to focus on the layer instead of focusing on the single technology.
Super. So you talked about EDR, XDR, MDR. I see a lot of confusion is there. What is EDR? What is XDR? Why should we go for a SOC?
Yes.
Can you clarify this in simple terms so that even some customer is not technical,
Sure.
or a general public can also understand.
Sure, yeah. Even I get many queries coming from the customer.
You also
Yes.
get it. Okay.
So I can put it in this way. So antivirus, which was introduced at the first, was completely dependent on the signature, which means it has a database where it can correlate whenever there is a new packet comes, and it checks it and it takes the action. And then we introduced next generation antivirus, which is nothing but a little upgradation of from signature basis to signature less base. So we introduced behavior analysis, we introduced sandboxing in the next generation antivirus. So customer was able to protect their systems from all type of attacks. We talk about known attacks, we talk about unknown attacks, we talk about fileless attacks. So everything is being protected by the next generation
That was
antivirus.
enough at that time.
Yes, that was very enough. But when we think that that was enough, then we started talking about the 0-day attacks. We talk about 0-day one level of attacks. So now we need something on top of next gen antivirus. So that is where we introduced a solution that can give visibility.
Correct.
So when it comes to visibility, I can give you a solution called EDR. So EDR is nothing but endpoint detection and response. And the unique difference between next gen antivirus and EDR is more like a soldier who stands on the front line of the warrior. They always attack, they always target, they don't investigate. Wherein when it comes to EDR, they are more like the investigation team, they are like the management who does the investigation. How did that attack happen? From where it got get into the network. That is what the EDR does. It doesn't directly go and start attacking it. It first analyzes, it understands where it comes, and it gives us the visibility of how one attack got into our network and where it got into a network and what are all the processes that it affected.
Now that was enough for next generation.
Correct. Yeah.
From antivirus to next generation.
Yes. Okay. So now, EDR, what it does, it goes one step beyond and then it collects the logs, the critical logs collected from all the systems wherever we enabled next-gen AV and EDR. So now we have the data, now we are putting it into a centralized server, we are correlating it, and we are creating an user-friendly dashboard where I can show you this is where the attack got introduced in my network and these are the systems got affected. So that is what EDR does. But again, that is not enough because we all know that the attackers are always one step ahead of us. That is very true. So I now talk about XDR.
Correct.
When EDR can only talk to all the endpoints, now again I am as a protector, I go one step beyond attacker now. I go on and introduce XDR. Now what XDR does? XDR is an extended detection of response. So it goes one step beyond and go talk to the other network security solutions in the organization. Now we know that EDR only talks to the endpoint level. So what XDR does, it goes one step beyond and it talks to the firewalling or maybe other security solutions which we deployed. So what it talks, it goes and query the other security solutions that, hey, I got an attack in my laptop and I found it in my EDR. Do you know anything about it? It doesn't talk about anything else. It talks about whatever happened back in my system.
It correlates. Basically.
Yes, it correlates. So it gets the logs and the data which are only relevant to EDR. So it takes the extended data and it gives us little beyond the visibility. So that is what the key difference between AV, next gen AV, EDR and XDR.
I could also understand this. Okay, good.
Thank you. So that is what differs from all these different technologies.
Now we move to next level.
Yes, then we have MDR, we have NDR, then we always talk about SIM and SOC. So MDR is nothing but we hire a team who can help us to manage the detection and response and everything. So that is where MDR takes a role, and we also talk about NDR. So there are many different terms out there. So NDR, when it comes to NDR, it monitors the similar activities, but that is applicable on the network level. Where we talked about endpoint, that is for EDR, and when it comes to NDR, it talks about the network level.
Correct.
But there is always a question from customer side. Now I have EDR, now I have XDR. Why do you propose SIM again? Why do you propose SOC again?
Very general question.
Yes. So here we need to understand one thing. So SIM is more like a solution that provides the complete posture of an organization, where the EDR only collects the critical log of the systems and focusing on a specific things. So I would say a great EDR can help you provide you a better SIM or a SOC environment. So whenever you're planning for a SIM or a SOC, I would strongly suggest always have a good EDR in your network. So that these are all the differences.
Right. Hope it makes some sense to our customers as well. But I'm sure the questions will again keep on coming. You have to keep on explaining again and again. Thank you so much. Your explanation was so simple. Thank you very much. Viknesh, you mentioned initially you are categorizing technology into about 7 buckets. Now, in earlier days, customers were choosing best of the breed solution for each technology.
Yes.
Now, as per Gartner reports, they are saying 78% of customers are trying to go for a vendor consolidation.
Yes.
What do you think is the best approach? Is the earlier approach or the newer approach of consolidation?
I would say a newer approach is always better because they know the latest threats, they know the latest trending in the market, and moreover, the report which we get from all the global leaders are not just something which was identified by the known attacks. So everything was tested in a real environment, and the report says everything about the solutions.
Right.
So I would say before you pointing out to a particular technology or a vendor, let's do a comparison of other vendors in the market.
Okay.
So that is where we play a role. Being a system integrator or a vendor, we do the part.
Right. We act like a consultant.
That is right, sir.
Right. Now, we are seeing a lot of new threats coming in. Now, technology is trying to keep up with it, right? We are always blamed. Yes. Are you guys creating this threat so that we have to buy more? These are like some of the customers have been telling. What is your idea? Is it a catch-22 situation or a chicken and mouse? Not chicken and mouse, it's a mouse and rat race. Is hackers 2 steps ahead and then technology is chasing them? Any opinion on this?
Yeah, so being from the consultative firm, I would always say the hackers are always one step beyond us.
Hackers are always.
So we are the one who always chases the hackers. So we are trying to keep up with them by introducing a new technology. But again, when we introduce a new technology, by the time they have found another attack.
Right.
So this is how it goes.
So people say AI is going to resolve all the problems as if that's a single medicine for all the diseases. Now AI is being introduced by all the cybersecurity companies anyway in their protection techniques or whatever they are coming out. Hackers also have access to the same AI technology.
Yes.
So what would be your comment if I want to comment on this, that is AI a magic pill for everyone including the customers?
Okay, that's a great question. So since we know that AI has been a huge role in the market now, every vendor talks about AI. I would say it is not a magic pill, but it is more like an enhancing pillar, or it is more like an extended hand to make sure that we get extra layer of security or extra layer of protection. So utilizing the AI is always a good thing to say, but we should not always be dependent on AI.
Right.
So it enhances the security.
Somewhere I read, it was very beautiful quote. Let AI be your co-pilot, not the main pilot.
True, sir.
Great. Thank you so much. Now, coming back to something personal to you, which all our internal SNS employees also will like to know about. We heard that you are quite passionate about tracking.
Yes.
Right? Tracking is a great, I will say sports. I will say something adventurous sport category. What is the thing which attracted you to take trekking? I was told that some girl went for trekking and that's why you learned that. Is this correct? I was hesitating to ask this question, but I thought I will put you.
Okay, that was really not true. So I got interest in trekking because I went on a group trek to a second highest peak of South India. So that was very intense forest. So
what was the name?
It's called Kollimalai and Velangiri. So there are two things. So it's very next to Kerala, Tamil Nadu border. So I wanted to do it alone, so I tried it. So trekking into a dense forest, being alone, and the evening time, all the sounds are disappeared, all the lights have gone. So that gave me some sort of a good vibe. That gave me some sort of a peace in my mind. So I wanted to continue with that. So I've been doing this for a long time now. Yeah, so that is how I got interested in it.
Great. Thank you so much, Viknesh.
Pleasure,
it was wonderful talking to you.
Pleasure.
And we wish you a long career in SNS.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.